Welcome to Hpmtech iQOO Z and Pro hand-on. iQOO introduced the Z6 Pro in April, marketing in the first smartphone in the Z series to create the Pro monitor. We indicate changing spent some time with iQOO Z6 Pro, and here is our first hand impressions. The iQOO Z6 Pro come in the retailer box with design similar to more primary iQOO 9 series retailer package, but with a similar footprint include SIMs, injector tools, protector cases, some power work in the USB-C type, and subsplash an 80-watt power adapter. The phone it doesn't go this in fast. GMP in the IZ and the phone hand on. The fast charging in the all new features USB data cable. iQOO, the iQOO 00Z6 Pro Sport is a 6.44 Full HD plus AMOLED screen with 9Hz refresh rate and 1300 unit peak in brightness, and protected by Panida glass and high fingerprint scanners included, which is pretty fast and active. The display is not for the 16 megapixel selfie shooter, which feels that in 2022 is this price point every last year's Z5 had connected in punch hole, giving in the smartphone the more modern look. Is camera in the LCD of low pink and brightness 65 nits and target but hard 120 Hz refresh rate. It is also worth moment that the Z5 rated stereo speakers that Z6 Pro doesn't have. Network and internet, Bluetooth and devices, display and brightness, lock screen wallpapers. The said iQOO and Z6 Pro wireless in the live calculation in the 1018 pixel video streaming on OTT app. It is also supported HDR and HLC host but doesn't play HDR video. YouTube iQOO tools and the working to fix that in OTP update wheel and resection is fair is screen refresh rate improvement and connected the option under the setting display brightness screen refresh rate menu 16Hz 19Hz and smart suite. The first option repeated key in the screen refresh rate located it is 16Hz will in the 2 hour 2 working the same is with the most app the bump of the refresh rate 19Hz with encrypted with the screen and shift back to 6Hz after few seconds of incredibly. The only difference we found it was on YouTube app watch recommended in 16Hz at the time in smartwatch model but is refresh it 19Hz model when in the 19Hz model enable Some apps include Chrome and Google Photo Koira and GMT area also remained it is 16 as said it is all time in the smart Swift model in the event something scroll down experience possible 619 asset model you pass and but is not is a natural the refresh rate option allow HR gaming screen refresh rate smartwatch the most improvement screen refresh rate can select it automatically accorded automatic average and reduce screen power constant 16 accelerate 16 accelerate the standard refresh rate and thus an increase system power customer 19 accelerate the high refresh rate and casted something the more increased power and comfort is the screen refresh rate increased text and display in the screen something hovers and constant resolution phone height and refresh rate but the system in front will not be detected some subject include issues refresh rate and the will rate 16 asset moving in the other side the iQOO Z6 Pro have camera a slided cover and pasted planted constant more than half rate and that with smartphone it is LED flashlight and the big classic and feature this in camera the first one house in the 64 megapixel primary camera with other ones hosting the 8 megapixel ultra wide and the 2 megapixel macro unitary include the Z 5 and main camera which can record in 4K videos at 6 fps the 6 Pro primary shooter only recorded in the 4K up to 30 fps pixel. The large camera cylinder goes in the phone, portable in the first source and building those really fix it. The QIZ4 Pro and real panel slit in safe material fresh finish in the feeling niche in touch on the leg style and version feature the iQOO logo it is button and the hardly accepted many fingerprint something drawing in the use the iQOO 6 Z6 Pro and our building decanded the power button and volume recorded with and click engine the house and the smartphone are fine but is nothing to write in the home most about the 6 Z7 the Z6 Pro has been tested in the 70s and the 8G so understanding the hot screen chip and power loss than 5 and our camera with 1 2 GB 12 GB RAM and 265 GB storage but is too more money and configuration 6 GB 128 GB and 28 GB now and micro card slot story explained the some extended RAM and feature allow particular RAM expansion up to 2 GB on 6 GB models and the 4 GB 8 GB and 12 GB RAM particular experience it hardly make any difference in real world and the include available story on the software front have Android 12 with this feature and the on top of which in defense from West Gate iQOO smartphone running visitor and that also wins and majority unclicked above phone 2.4 ZH RAM 12 GB octa carriers Android 12. The iQOO Z6 Pro level word and performance was in the something. The iQOO Z Trail and the latest with an screen chip, memory confirmation bit and a source low that and the Z5 smartphone estimate drawing regulation using performance between cameras gaming future OTS and some improvement. The Z Pro keeping and the phone running is 4017 mAh battery, 66-watt charges supported advanced for 1% to 50% and 18 minutes in the testing scores that Pro in the 50% and 20 minutes and 90-60% and 30 minutes and 100 13 minutes and 100% and the with hard 18-watt adapter the battery lasting in the mode gaming with and connected Wi-Fi screen refresh rate. The Q is basic model 6 GB RAM and 128 GB storage and price NR 2399,000 and $310 and 219 US Euro in India with 8 GB RAM and 12 GB vertical NRC and requested the all center and the Vivo V10 accounted other selected and power smartphone in the baby grow India included last year's Realme GT Master and Realme 9 GB speed editor include month with and the latest and big boosted